On Wednesday, I was in the Hugo Black Federal Courthouse in Birmingham, Alabama. There I watched double killer Joran Van Der Sloot walk into the courtroom in an orange jail jumpsuit and shackled. For 18 and a half years, I've been working with Natalie's mother, Beth Holloway, to bring Joran Van Der Sloot to justice. Joran pled guilty and got what I thought an extremely disappointing sweetheart deal. After court, Beth and I spoke, as we do almost every day, this time with cameras. Here's part of that conversation. The first day that we met in Aruba, we got in a car and we went over to the Van Der Sloot home.
Yes.
That was one of the most freakish experiences of my life.
Yeah.
Walking into that house. What do you remember?
Greta, first of all, I can't believe that I was seated at his kitchen table where he probably grew up eating his, oatmeal or whatever. You know, when you think about that, we were sitting at his table, in his kitchen with his parents. And I think the one thing I remember about it was just Anita was over there crying uncontrollably.
Sobbing,
yeah.
sobbing, and telling the most graphic things about things that she said that Joran said he did sexually to Natalie, things that, horribly graphic.
I know. And the father, Paulus, listen, he dropped dead of a heart attack from all the stress.
Do you remember what was going on with him?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, it was like...
He was sweating so, but what was so, I was trying not to gag. The sweat was forming in these individual pools.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really
then
weird.
When all the pools joined together and made one large lake, I thought I got nauseous. And that's when Anita came in and brought not a kitchen cloth, but she brought a kitchen hand towel to sop it up.
He was flooding the place, and it never, I have a whole different idea of what happened. And I think he was involved. But I didn't realize, because it's Greta, Paulus, Beth, and Anita, the mother.
Yeah.
And I never realized that the reason he was sweating, perspiring, is because he had such a guilty conscience.
Oh, yeah. Well, he raised a killer.
Yeah, it's great. And do you remember what Anita said to us about how Joran, how he was doing in school?
Anger management.
Yeah. I was like, that should have been a clue to us. She says to us, he's doing so well in his anger management classes.
Yeah. So he does have emotion. Is anger an emotion? He has anger. He's got that one.
And you put the bracelet on her wrist.
Yes. I tied it on Paulus's. Did I do it on Anita too?
Yeah, I Anita because there's a video online where she's still wearing it about 2 weeks later.
Oh, that's right. And now his bedroom is an Airbnb.
Yeah, you can go you can go stay in a murderer's bedroom now in Aruba if you want.
You can book a double murderer's Airbnb. Yeah. Wow.
How can this
shocking? I don't know, Greta. How can it be?
You and I think, have had difference in terms. Maybe I don't want to speak for you, but Anita, his mother, I have a lot of a disdain for her because she covered for him all these years.
She raised a killer.
Well, you say she raised a killer. I think she covered for a killer.
Yeah. Well,
which is even like she raised a killer, but I think she covered for him.
Yeah. Meaning, she enabled him in everything he did. Yeah.
She didn't show up today.
His grandmother didn't either.
When you spoke to the judge today, your back was obviously to me, and so was Joran's back to me, but you turned around and looked at him.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get to face him the whole time. I was like, because I asked the judge, do I have to stand here? Because I was just going to stand in front of him. I didn't know. I couldn't. But it's fine. So I felt like I was talking to him, so I wanted to make sure he knew I was looking at him while I'm talking to him.
You turned around and said he looked like hell.
Oh, God. He looks like hell. Oh, he does. And I said, he ain't going to make it. I said, I don't see how you're going to make it.
See, I just think he wants to go back to Peru.
And you know what, Greta? At this point, I really
done.
Get him out of get him out of our United States. He needs to go back there to his rat hole. He's in a rat cage. It'll be fine. Just get him, I feel like, you chase and you chase, like we talked about. Cat and mouse or whatever, trying to grab him, trying to snag him, and then finally it's just like smack, And it was nice to have him under control, because we'd never been able just to have him such control over him. So, but now it's like once you catch him and you're done, and go.
I never dreamed that 18 and a half years later,
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have either. I couldn't. If I'd have known then, though, Greta, when we were in the Van Der Sloot home, it was going to take me 18 years to see him shackled in a U.S. federal courthouse, I just slit my wrist. I couldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? It would have been too much. It would have been just infinity. You know, I couldn't have comprehended that. You know, you can't, because, you know, and I know in investigative and in your world and law enforcement and so many investigations and things that you've done, that's probably not a long time in y'all's world. But for a parent, you just feel like, well, there's no reason to live anymore. That's too long. So I guess that, you know, in hindsight, I'm like, maybe it's good I didn't know what was ahead of me, you know, because you just, you would quit. You would quit earlier. The journey would be too daunting.
Now, I do want to add something. While I'm highly critical of the FBI in Birmingham, Alabama, I'm very appreciative of the Miami FBI office. That FBI office in Miami worked another part of the case, another part of the investigation, and they did work tirelessly to help bring Joran Van Der Sloot to justice. I cannot, however, say the same about the Birmingham FBI.